So what I have here is the Reebok Professional Aerobic deck. And the reason why I got this is that it is very compact. So you could see here that it transforms into several different types of utilities. So here is the decline. It also is a flat bench, and it is also an incline bench. Now, this also is a stepper. So I will also show that it's a stepper that is 2 levels. Now, if you take this away, it's going to be like around an 8-inch step. So that is the stepper functionality. And also this here is going to be more like a 12, 13-inch step when you have this on there. Now, very quickly here, it also shows the maximum weight support, which is 330 pounds. So just keep that in mind. It's not for lifting heavy-duty weights. You might want light weights. Also, there are notches on the side here for the stretch bands. So here it is. This is the Reebok Professional Aerobic deck, and I did measure it with a measuring tape. And so going from left to right here, it is exactly 43 inches when it's like this. Now the red legs in the back here does taper out if you want it higher, but I just wanted to show you this position because people might want to store it under their bed, and they might want to know whether it fits under their bed. So across it's 43 inches exactly. On the top here, it is a smidge over 12 inches. And the height itself is a smidge over 8 inches. So it is definitely less than 8 1/4 inches and a smidge higher than 8 inches because of the rubber feet. Now, let me zoom in and show you just the quality of it. So this here, the way the logo is, this is completely rubber. So you could sort of feel, the rubbery tackiness here. And, just going across, the rubbery tackiness tapers and bends all the way to the bottom here. And you could see that. Also on this side, it bends. Now there is a handle here. And the handle here, when you squeeze it and lift it up. So keep in mind, when you're opening up the weight bench seat, to actually grab this red area, so it's underneath and it was hard to film, but you have to grab it here, to lift it and unlock it. Here's where you can set the bench up. So there is the storage here. And I also will measure this to show you how deep the storage is. You'll notice there are 3 different positions. So the mechanism here, here's the handle that I was squeezing to let this out. And then now I could position it. So I could position it to the first angle here. And when I position it to the first angle, you could see that is how it looks. And it's more like an upright position. Now, these things are plastic. They're like strong plastic, so hopefully they will hold pretty well. I was hoping it would be, somewhat metal, but it seems like it is fairly strong plastic. Now, there is a rounded edge here that gives you the handle to lift up. So when I lift up here, I could put it to another incline position, which is the second position here. So you can see that's the second position, which is the incline. Now, I also can lift this up with the red feet at the bottom, and I'll show you that a little bit later. And next here is the third position where I put it down, and I have this handle resting all the way on this flat piece. And so it's actually very stable. So 1 feet across, or 12 inches across, is actually the same size as a lot of gym weight benches. So, just keep that in mind, that there is the incline. So you could definitely have it at that position, or you could have it at a secondary position here when I show you the lifting up of the feet. Now, I am simply going to put this back, and to put this back, I'm just going to lift this up here and, use the handle, lift it up, drag it all the way up and over and underneath, and then, you know, putting it down. Now this is a little bit harder for me because I am trying to do this on camera with one hand. And you could see right there, you know, that's lifted down. Now let me give you the measurements here of the compartment that's underneath. So you could see underneath the bench there's a compartment here for storage. And the storage is 16 inches. There's a little taper here because of the angle, but it is 16 inches across here. And the width itself is 5.5 inches, and it's 4.5 inches deep. So it's 4.5 inches deep this way. So there's actually a lot of storage spaces for any of the rubber bands that you're going to put on. Now, if you do use rubber bands, you could see there's the notches here, specifically for putting on the rubber, exercise bands here on both sides. So you could see there's another notch, and there is 2 more notches right here. So there's 4 notches on the bench for that. And sometimes if you're doing the stepper and you want to have the bands underneath, you could also put it underneath, you know, for example, for bicep curls. So that's kind of neat here. Now let me flip up the legs and show you, you know, how that is. So this here is only 27 pounds, so you could easily lift it and transport it, you know, from place to place, room to room, even into a car seat. And it is, you know, fairly light for that, you know, 27 pounds. And also it is narrow enough where you could grab it very easily, you know, into a car, out of a car, room to room. So once again, this here is also doubles as an H-in stepper. It's not just a, you know, it's not just a weight bench. So, you know, if you're doing, you know, those type of exercises, you definitely, you know, can do the exercises using this as, you know, a first level stepper, which is 8 inches high. Now let me flip these legs up and also show you the rubber feet, you know, to give you a sense of what the grip is for the rubber feet. So here, I am gonna flip it up and just give you a look here. Now I have this flipped over. I do want to give you a good look at the feet. Now these are, you know, really rubbery, you know, non-slip feet, and these things are wide. So this is about 3 inches wide here and almost 3 inches square, like 2.5 inches wide here and 3 inches here. And so you have 4 of these. And so it's going to be very stable on hardwood floors or floors that, you know, are slippery. So you're not going to slip off of the stepper as you're doing the stepper. Now let me go ahead and flip these up and show you how that's done. So these particular things, you're just going to have to pull up. So, you know, grasp your hand there, and you're going to have to just pull it up. And it takes a little bit of force because it clicks down like that, and it holds securely, so you're gonna have to push it up. Now when you push it up here, you'll notice there are a locking mechanism. So the locking mechanism is right here, and also on the side here, there's a locking mechanism there, and you will be able to see it click. So right here, when I bring it up and I lock it in, it clicks like that. And I will similarly do this to the other side here. So I'm going to grasp it and use some force, pull it up, and you're going to hear that click. So that's the click, and that is how you get it to full height. I am going to twist this over and give you a look. So what I'm going to show you here is that there is also notches here for the exercise bands, but also once I lift it up, there is these rubber feet also that will give it good grip on hardwood floors or non-skid, to have non-skid floors, and these are really nice. And let me just zoom in here a little bit more just to show you, you know, just how grippy and nice this thing is. So this thing is actually very, very well constructed. So let me just flip this over and give you a sense of the bench itself and how high the second level stepper is. So I do want to quickly give you some measurements as this is expanded, and I want to correct my measurement here, where this here from side to side is actually 12.5 inches. And now that it is tapered and expanded with the red feet, from left to right there, that is actually 47.5 inches. So that is the size when it is expanded. And let me go ahead and flip this over now and show you the other configurations. So when it's at this height here, this is actually 14 inches. So it goes from 8 inches to 14 inches. And let me just show you. It definitely looks like a full-size weight bench like this. So it is just very well designed here, where you could shrink it down, you could put it under your bed, or you could even put it aside in the corner somewhere, and it is non-intrusive. And so let me go ahead also and show you, this unlocking mechanism here, where you pull this up here, and this is how you fold back the legs. So this is the clicky part where you're pulling it up to unlock it, and then you could push this in, and you could kind of do this in place once you get used to it. And they do have a decline mode, and let me show you that here right now. But actually, let me show you the other configurations for the height. So I am going to go ahead here. I'm going to squeeze this and lift this bench up. So I have this squeezed, and of course this is harder for me because I'm doing this with one hand. And once again, I'm going to put that in place. Now the only thing about this is that the seat is a little bit slim here, but it should be enough for the average size person to sit down. It is still pretty wide. It looks like it is still like 1 foot here, basically. As you could see here, this is the full size here, like that. Let me pull back a little bit more, give you a better look. And once again, adjust it to a more steep incline here. And then now also adjust it to a kind of like another incline. And also it does do a decline also. So let me go ahead and put this down now. And of course, to put this down, just lifting this up and shrinking it all the way over and snapping it back. And now I'm gonna push this up, unclick it, and push this in for the decline. All right, so I'm gonna push this in for the decline here. I'm gonna fold it in like that, and you could see how easy this is. I don't have to flip it over. Once you get the hang of it, you could easily unflip it and flip it. And I just click this in place here. And you could see now it is a decline. So I could do the other side easily. So let me just show you that, where I am going to push this in and unlock it. So once I unlock it, I could pull it up and it clicks in place. So I could do that all without flipping this bench. So that's what I wanted to show here. And once again, if I wanted to unlock it and do the decline, it also does the decline like that. Push this up to lock it. And that is the decline. So all in all, that is the complete number of configurations. And keep in mind that even at this decline, there is the rubber feet on that side, so it's non-scratch on your hardwood floors or flat floors. But that's really it. That's really what I wanted to show, and I hope this helps. And please subscribe to support this channel, and I will have the links in the description area of the videos right below. So check out the links and buy through that just to support this channel. And that's really it. I hope this helped, and please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.